been a wonderful 12 months in the wind energy sector where the government have set out a very clear mandate to get to 70% renewable electricity by 2030, up from 33% today. That's a huge uplift in the amount of wind energy we need over the next decade. And because we need that volume, offshore wind will have a very crucial role to play over the next 10 years. So we're here today to make sure we can identify the barriers and talk about the solutions to let us deliver 3,500 megawatts at least of offshore wind by 2030.
Such an exciting time for the offshore industry due to the fresh impetus in terms of policy initiatives by the government. The Climate Action Plan promises at least 3.5 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2030, which put into context, we've got 6 operational wind turbines in the Irish Sea currently, and in 25 years in the onshore wind industry, we've delivered 4 gigawatts, so massive ambition on the side of the state.
We've had a number of false dawns in the Irish offshore wind sector. I think now the stars are finally probably aligning. The Climate Action Plan was a fantastic shot in the arm for offshore, and I think there's a recognition, probably internationally as well as domestically, that the government is very much behind this, and not just the government but cross-departmental and cross-party support for it. So I think that is the real difference I think that we see in the last 18 months versus the last 10-12 years.
The scale of the opportunity in UK and Ireland for new offshore wind electricity generation is absolutely mind-boggling. But the truth is that we're going to need it, because we're going to tackle climate change. We need to have a whole lot more renewable energy. And there's an awful lot of work to go around for an awful lot of companies. SSE Renewables has opportunities for growth at Arklow Bank in the Irish Sea, and also at Dogger Bank and Seagreen in the North Sea.
Back in 2005, Ireland was a world leader in offshore wind. We had the largest turbines in the world offshore at that time, but unfortunately it went on pause. The good news is onshore wind has accelerated since then, and we've demonstrated how we can be a global leader. Only 2 days ago, I was in Denmark at an event with 350 experts, and I presented what we're achieving in onshore wind in Ireland, and the room burst into a spontaneous round of applause when they heard what we're actually achieving. So we've demonstrated we can be a world leader. Unfortunately, offshore was on pause. It's now back in action. We've got a clear signal that it's needed over the next 10 years, and that 70% renewable electricity target can be met with both on and offshore playing a critical role.